Mr. Timishardcore. So as promised, I'm doing a response video to the one that you just sent out to me. Excellent response, by the way, and I really gathered a lot of insight from your video and from your experience. And you know, thank you for sharing, and thank you for opening up a piece of your life for others. You know, as far as that goes, very Christian of you. Anyways. You know, you brought up the point about me smoking, and you know, you seem to think that I have a, you know, some sort of a, an image to uphold or something because I smoke cigarettes and stuff. Well, let me just tell you, I've been smoking since I was 11 years old, and you know, my father used to smoke, and I guess for that, you know, I guess I took a page out of his book, but. You know, my grandparents smoked, and my grandmother actually smoked until she was 90. So basically, you know, as far as perceiving these things to be shackles and stuff, I don't really, look at it that way. And I far from started this to, to look cool or to try to convey an image. This is basically something that I consider a vice that I can indulge in. You know, that's basically what it is. So on that, that's what. That pretty much, you know, that's what that entails anyway. So anyway, let's get down to brass tacks about this discussion, shall we? You did mention your experiences, and again, like I said, thanks for that. But I'm pretty much with the mindset that, age, doesn't make experience any more prescient or any less prescient than anyone that, might not be the same age as you, I know there is a gap there in experience and in age, but, it's not too far along. I mean, I'm in my late 30s, and, you're pushing 40s, so the gap isn't really that wide, as far as that. We're all adults here, so, we can pretty much, make our points known, as far as, based on your knowledge and your experience, so. And I'm still not getting you on this issue of free will here. You basically stated in your response video that my free will or my freedom of choice is a shackle, and I would have to disagree with that. I don't see how free will can be a shackle. Even in so much as bucking a trend as well. Bucking a trend and stuff. I mean, that's all freedom of choice. So. I really don't see how someone's free will to choose something could be a shackle. I think this goes back to the whole morality thing again. And as far as laws of the land, when you legislate morality, it's ineffective to somebody that chooses to be amoral. And being amoral and indifferent, isn't necessarily being evil, but on your side of the fence, it doesn't make anything wrong. On our side of the fence, we don't see that as wrong. And we don't fear consequences and serve something again that isn't relevant to my life path. So, and what you brought up too about LeVay and his ritual magic and stuff, there's no hypocritical views there. Ritual magic, it's symbolic, and rituals are psychodrama. Just as much as serving God is a psychodrama. We're not shackled by rules, as you said. LeVay's writings merely teach you to acknowledge and not to impose, and that's the main difference between you and me. I don't impose, but when I am imposed on, I do feel it's my right to defend, what I believe in. So that's how I look at it from that vantage point. And as far as metaphors go, if your God legislates morality, then Satan will forever be a public defender. I live in the metaphor, so I enjoy looking at things in the abstract, and I think that's something that with people that want to seek a God/man relationship, it's very hard to see things in the abstract. So I think this is where the conflict, or where our paths intersect, so to speak. So. Just just basically defending points here. So if there's any other things that you'd like to bring up regarding you know life path and the things. I gotta apologize to you here right now. I got a really shitty camera, so I have to edit a lot. I don't have much memory to record, so I'm constantly having to roll back and stuff. But anyways, like I was saying, if there's anything that you want to address with regards to life path and how your spiritual and your religious views apply to your life path. I mean, you did mention that for a time you did run with the current and were basically I guess following that path, so to speak. So maybe you turned away from it, or maybe you decided not to follow the current based on some things that you judged within yourself to be not your cup of tea or whatnot. So you basically decided not to follow that route. But I think fundamentally we share the same desires to actually open discussion. So I think that'll always be there as far as your interactions with me anyways. So feel free to continue this discussion. Again, like I said, I'm merely here to defend points, but if something if something grabs me to the point where I can express it based on my knowledge and my experience, I will do so. So keep on keeping on, Tim.